So Torsten is with a company called Energy, and I always say it's from the coal mines to the blockchain. So RWE, as you all know, big German energy firm, was in traditional stuff, and they set up. It was not like a spin-off or a lab, because we all know that labs are great, but they never buy anything. So they set up a real separate own company with a commercial goal, and basically anything lean and green goes through Energy, and Torsten is going to take us through one of your business cases.
That's true.
Thank you.
Many thanks for the introduction. So I hope you enjoyed the conference. So I think it's a great day today, and as already mentioned, I'm working for Energy, but today I'm representing Motionwerk. And what the hell is Motionwerk? Motionwerk is one of the latest spin-offs of the innovation hub of Energy. So, and it is going to be a platform provider for mobility solutions based on blockchain. So, okay. And we strongly believe in that the mobility or the business model of the mobility sector will change. So it will change from the owned model to a shared model, really. Well, maybe in the next coming years. So, and we see definitely big issues within this owned property stuff. So it's inefficient and oh, damn it, stressful and expensive, of course. And our first answer to that is share and charge, which is a real existing application on the public Ethereum platform, platform or blockchain. I will going to explain share and charge more in detail later on. So I just want to provide you an overview where we are coming from and we are going to. So today, as already mentioned, we have released the product in April this year, and we were coming from the lean proof of concept within the Innovation Hub. So this was basically a technical proof of concept, yeah. So we were able to control an energy charging station through a blockchain node with a decentralized app by paying with Ether. So that was nice, of course, from a technical point of view. But which problem we are going to solve with that? So tough question. So and after that we have started to think about, okay, potentially, blockchain could bring real benefits to the mobility sector, etc. It's also really interesting for the energy sector. So start to think on creating a product on that and which problems you could really solve. And it turned out, yeah, this sharing economy and immobility, there's something in it, and we were going forward. That's the reason for share and charge, because it's a peer-to-peer sharing platform for charging infrastructure. Okay, now we have released the app, but now we have to think how to step further and what can be the next. On the trip. So, and that's the reason why we are looking for, and we are actively working with partners like Elite and Enexis, Fortum, etc., on creating a charging network across Europe, basically doing roaming without roaming. Maybe I'm going to that later on again. And of course, we are going to we actually have the prototype phase running in the US, where we are testing this idea of shared charging infrastructure in the US too. And of course, blockchain is nice in that case, but it really brings the power in as soon as you are trying to support more than just one use case. So, and that's the reason why we are thinking on, okay, now we have to develop a platform which operates our business in a secure and robust way. And of course, it needs to provide much more services. And not only for our services, because it's a shared economy, right? And it's not based on assets, etc. So it's also about services. And that's the point. We are creating a microservice-based platform where potential and other service providers can pick out different services out of it. For example, you want to offer a taxi app, my point. Yeah? So what you do, you need is a wallet, because someone has to pay. You need some identity stuff, etc., etc. These are all components which are really somehow generic, and you could reuse it. So we want to provide these services. And of course, we are working on further use cases already. So I'm going back to this Oslo to Rome, this charging network across Europe, where ELAT and Nexus is part of it. So as you see, we are currently working with partners together in Sweden, Germany, of course, Innogy, EDF in France, in Italy, and in the UK. And beside that, we are also working on a car sharing, peer-to-peer sharing model in Germany with a big partner. Right. This is the Share and Charge app. I want to explain more in detail now. So, as already mentioned, this peer-to-peer charging stuff. And what the point is, we are addressing with this app a lot of issues. So, it's a chicken egg issue in this e-mobility stuff. The one hand tells you, okay, I don't buy an e-car because there's no charging infrastructure, and maybe I can't reach my goal. On the other hand, the charging infrastructure operator tells you, why should I invest in charging stations? Because there are no customers, or less customers. And therefore, the idea is, okay, if we are going to enable each private person who owns an electric car, potentially owns also a charging station, or at least a plug or whatever, and bringing the private person in the position to charge, to provide that charging station to the public, we could increase dramatically the number of available public infrastructure for charging. And maybe we could solve one issue through that way. Additionally to that is why to stop by private persons. So if you can bring in several business partners who are already offering a lot of charging infrastructure, why not doing it and bring it on the same platform together? So I've selected some features of the app here, so quite more, but of course there's a search. Yeah? Obviously you need to find the way to your charging station. Then each provider of a charging pole or station or even fleet is able to define their own tariffs. So you can define a tariff for the public, let us say 30 cents per kilowatt hour plus 10 euro per hour. Oh, it's beeping. And now I have to hurry up. Of course, and family friends tariffs. Yeah. So of course you don't want to pay at your own station, and your friends or family should also charge for free or less than other people's. Then of course cross-border charging is supported by us as soon as we are rolling out to other countries, and this is definitely solving a tax issue. Yeah, because if you have a contract right now, a charging contract with a, let us say, German company, and you want to charge in the Netherlands, of course you can do that. You can use the roaming solution, but then the payment process, you have to pay taxes in Netherlands. But no customer knows that. He already accepted us in terms of conditions, but nobody was telling him, and really, who's reading the terms and conditions? And the Dutch company is not able to pay the taxes for the customer. So that's not the case with that solution, because in that moment where the charger wants to charge at a pole from a Netherlands company, and instantly a contract is closed between these two parties, and therefore there's a direct payment system, and the problem is solved. We have created our own ERC20 token, which means it's euro-backed. So the customer don't feel that he's using a blockchain behind the app or whatever. And he has stable prices, and he knows what he's going to pay, because he's familiar with euro tokens, with the currency euros. Blockchain-based solution for dummies, which means nobody knows that there's real blockchain behind that. It feels like, okay, it's just an app. Yeah. We also had to figure out how to recover a password if you're using a blockchain. It's really interesting stuff. Maybe we could talk about that later. And next point is, we don't only want to address Immobilisten, so also blockchain guys and developers, etc. And you just need to use our backend, so you will see it later, that there's still a classic backend, for registration. So you need a whitelisted solution, a whitelisted account on the blockchain that you become able to accept these euro tokens, otherwise it's not allowed. But as soon as you have done that, you're a registered user, you haven't to use our backend anymore. You could directly interact with the blockchain, with the smart contracts behind, to activate any kind of charging station currently available on the platform. Now, what you're seeing here is a really high-level architecture of our building blocks today. So this is the starting point for the future. And basically it shows, right in the center, a centralized backend. And connected to that, there's a blockchain, which is running our business logic, all the smart contracts, it's doing the access and control functionality, it's communicating with the chargers as soon as it's a native blockchain charger. Of course, in the future, we will have a wallet in the cars. On the lower end, you'll see our integration layer, where we're trying to standardized integrate third parties like ELAD and Nexus or Fortum through their backend. So we don't have the need to upgrade each charging station, which is already in the field, with a separated hardware or blockchain node to bring them on our platform. And of course, our payment solution, which provides us through an escrow account, the Euroback token. So, yeah, so far, so good. Many thanks.